afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Frances Rown, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you to our graduation ceremony in the magnificent setting of AYR Town Hall. This is a very special occasion, and we know that you're going to have a fantastic time today, and I'm here just to give you an idea of how the ceremony is going to work. So we'll ask you all to stand as the processions enter. Our staff enter first, followed by members of the Senate and Court, and the final procession is the Chancellor's party, led by the Bedelius carrying the University mace. We all sit when they have taken their seats at the front of the platform. After the graduation address, given today by Vice Principal and Pro-Vice Chancellor Ehsan Mesbahi, we will be presenting Ian Welsh, OBE, for an honorary degree, and after that the graduands will be brought forward to receive their awards. Each graduand will be called by the name by the Dean of their school, and we invite everyone to applaud each one as they come onto the platform. They will then be capped, and that's just a wee doff on the head, by the Chancellor, and you'll be hooded by the Bedelius, and you'll collect your certificate parchment from the Registrar. Now, you'll all have someone special that you're here to support, but all of our graduands are special, so please give an enthusiastic applause for each and every graduand as they come onto the platform. We do ask, however, if you can just do this once so that we can hear the name of the next graduand being called. When the last graduate has left the stage, there will be a response by the honorary graduate on behalf of all of those receiving awards, followed by a few closing remarks by the Chancellor. The platform party will then leave the stage and exit the hall, followed by the graduates. Please stand when the platform party stands and remain standing until the graduates have left the hall. After the ceremony, we would like to welcome you all to our graduation reception back at the campus. Now, today is a celebration of your achievement, and we hope and believe that you will look back on your time at UWS with pride and affection. If you or your family would like to support the next generation of students, we have the opportunity for you to make a donation by text message, from which all the money raised will go to support a range of initiatives that will enhance the student experience and opportunity. Information on how to do this will be available at the reception. Please support our future students to enable them to enjoy the success that you are celebrating today. Now, should anyone need any assistance at any point during the ceremony, please make yourselves known to one of the marshals, either in the aisles or at the back of the hall. So have your cameras ready and your mobile phones on silent, please, and we will begin at 2:30. And most of all, have a wonderful afternoon. There will now be a short safety announcement. Thank you.
Once that's done, Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to this wonderful celebration of the great work, the fantastic talent and the future of these great people here today who are our graduates. It is a day of celebration, so it's really important that when you come up here, you don't race across this stage like a blur, and so that your family can soak up every moment of it and raise a roof. You don't have to politely clap, you can cheer and yell. I declare this assembly for the award of academic distinctions to be in session.
Good afternoon. My name is Ehsan Mesbahi. I'm the Pro-Vice Chancellor for Research and Enterprise at University of West of Scotland. And by declaring that, you realize that I'm not Paul Martin, who's our Deputy Vice Chancellor. You don't know how privileged I feel that I replaced him this afternoon to give a speech, and how unlucky you are that you have to listen to me. And you missed a great opportunity of his speech, but I'm afraid you have to bear with me. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, graduates, the UWS class of 2016. As our Chancellor mentioned, you may feel a little bit nervous today. Walking this aisle may not necessarily be very comfortable. You probably do it a couple of times in your life. And in one of them you might put a ring at the end of your finger. But this one is a quite different one. Being here today, it means you have made it. You have got your degree, so nothing is going to change now, and we can't take it away from you. So no matter what you do, relax. Legally, the job is done, and feel comfortable. The other part, which was quite special today, is a special welcome to our students from Roma Contemporary Music College. They are graduating with a BA in Commercial Music. This is the first graduating cohort from our UWS Music Italy partnership, where our music programs are now delivered at the schools in Rome and Bologna. As a part of their studies, our Italian students come to AYR for a songwriting exchange in March 2016 and felt so welcome as part of the UWS community here, as they were determined to join us for today's graduation ceremony. So my special welcome to all of them. That has inspired me to sing for you today. But my boss, who is sitting there, said, if you want to see your P45, carry on. So I thought I'm going to change it then, because this is commercial music, and I said that I'm going to change a song for you, and I'm going to read it. You had a dream so big and loud. You jumped so high, you touched the clouds. You stretched your hands out to sky. You danced with monsters throughout the night. And some of them are sitting in front row in here. You're never going to look back, never going to give it up. No, I'm going to wake you up now. This is going to be the best day of your life. Did you guess what song it was? I know the graduation ceremonies can often seem very formal. You see us in these beautiful gowns, but we would like to encourage you and expect you to celebrate these achievements quite passionately and loudly. I very much hope that you graduates are proud of your connection with our university and to remain in regular contact with our alumni office. The UWS Alumni Association is the part of this university who will communicate with you and contact with you, and please register with them and keep in touch with other students and your academic colleagues. You can probably tell from my accent that I'm not from Scotland. I'm not from Australia either. I was born in Tehran, and in early teenage years I grew up, lived, studied, fell in love, and worked in 12,000 cities across Asia, Europe, and America. I lived in London, Calcutta, Mumbai, Colombo, Yokohama, Pisa, Rome, Dubai, Buenos Aires, Newcastle, Lisbon, and finally Singapore before landing in Paisley. I have 3 citizenships. I have 3 passports. And somebody said, how does it feel like? I said, it feels like you have 3 children. It's not fair to ask which one you prefer more. So I have 3 children and I love all 3, but in a different way. It's very true that the place you grow up will have a significant influence on your life and your personality and your culture and the place you call home. My son was born in Singapore. Mother is Portuguese, father is from Tehran, and he lives in Paisley. Ask him where he's from. He doesn't know. No matter what the politicians say, I'm talking about politicians down in London, I'm proud to be a global citizen. And this is something which I think you guys should really consider in the future, to be a global citizen. I feel very fortunate to have grown up and lived in so many places, be closely exposed to very diverse and beautiful groups of people, cultures, and environments. I can truly feel that I can call the whole world my home. There is no boundaries in here. Science doesn't know any boundary. Humanity doesn't have any boundaries. And knowledge doesn't have any boundaries. And I would like to encourage you to experience that. But putting your parents' minds at rest, I have to clarify that you don't have to pay for them if they want to be a global citizen. So you have to work hard and you sponsor yourself. The help from parents are welcome, but don't expect that. This graduation is all about you, the start of your journey. Opportunities available to you are endless. And so are the possibilities of mistakes, failures, and disappointments. Are you ready and prepared to take them on? Are you resilient enough to fail and rise, and fail and rise, and fail and rise again? And that's the challenge. Nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful, talented people. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius has almost become a proverb. Everybody says I'm a genius and nobody is prepared to pay me. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. The distance between believing and achieving can only be filled by persistence and determination. Reaching this point of your life today proves that you have both persistence and determination. You will need more of them once you walk out of this ceremony to the turbulent world outside the comfort zones of your family and university and your country. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that. But the really great one make you feel that you too can become great. The 2 most important days in your life, Mark Twain said, are the day you're born and the day you find out why. Do you think today is that day? At UWS, we are proud to focus on excellence with relevance, and we do not believe in science for the sake of science, and knowledge for the sake of knowledge, and education for the sake of education. We do not believe in that. We are true advocates of excellence with a purpose. And our purpose is to address regional, national, and global challenges of health, society, and sustainability. Now I'm going to remind you of a few facts. Did you know that the university you're graduating from is internationally leading research in areas associated with aging, dementia, and Alzheimer? Are you aware that your university is one of the 2 leading universities in UK who are developing a 5th-generation mobile network in partnership with global industries? Did you know that your university played a leading role in recent groundbreaking discovery of gravitational wave in the United States? Did you know that our scientists at UWS have developed world-leading and unique infrared filters which are being used in wide-ranging applications in monitoring healthcare, food production, oil and gas industries, pollution control, and outdoor air quality? Did you ever hear about that? Did you know that your university's world-class scientists are working at national and international levels to address herpes, arthritis, cancer, infections, drug design, and many other health-related issues? And did you know that your university is now in a strategic partnership with Netball Scotland and a fantastic team of young players called Sirens? Their first challenge is to face Wasps on 25th of February, and I would like to encourage all of you to go to the stadium and cheer for them, because they are a UWS team. And I would like you to all wear the jersey of Sirens and go and cheer them and make them sure they beat Wasps into pieces. And did you know that our wide range of research expertise from science, psychology, coaching, rehabilitation, business, enterprise, infrastructure, and facilities are being used and provided to Sirens to help them to establish this team? And probably in 2-3 years' time, watch this space and cheer their successes as it come forward. We would like them to be number 1 in the UK. And did you know that UWS will imminently start developing its new Lanarkshire Eco Campus at the heart of Hamilton International Technology Park, and will provide a new state-of-the-art learning and research environment with estimated additional economic benefit as high as £1.9 billion to the region for the next 25 years. You probably never guessed that. Anyway, these are a few tips that I wanted to remind you of. But I can go on and on for this afternoon, but there is a lot more going on in here, and I have to shut up pretty soon. But I would like you to leave UWS raising your head high with a sense of pride and honor, keeping your head above the others, and say that the university you graduated from is one of the fantastic ones in Scotland, in the UK, and in Europe. And your alma mater and your academics here are making a big difference to the challenges of the 21st century, and they will continue to do so. Behind every successful graduate is an important support team, your friends and families. I'm delighted to see many of you here, and I would like to thank you for your invaluable support to the graduates here. My eldest daughter graduated 2 years ago from Stockholm University in Sweden. She immediately got a job with H&M, so I was absolutely relieved that I was no longer responsible for expenses. Her reply back to me that said, "Dad, you dreamed because you didn't believe you wouldn't achieve." So I still have to support her. So my dream didn't last long. Anyway, on behalf of my colleagues, I would like to wish every one of you a very happy and enjoyable day. And to our graduates, a great success, health, and happiness for the future. We're immensely proud of each and every one of you. I would like to sing another song at the end of my speech. See whether you can guess where that comes from. Turn your face towards the sun. Let the shadows fall behind you. Don't look back. Just carry on, and the shadows will never find you. You dreamed, you believed, you achieved. Enjoy the day.
Chancellor, it's my privilege to present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, John McWilliam Welsh, OBE, better known as Ian Welsh. Ian Welsh was born in November 1953 and brought up in Prestwick, where he still lives today. He has a joint honours degree in English and English Literature and History from the University of Glasgow, postgraduate teaching diploma, postgraduate diploma in Professional Studies and Education from Jordan Hill College, a Masters in Educational Management, and is a Fellow of the Royal Society of Arts, Manufacturing and Commerce. And this bears testimony to Ian's passion for and commitment to education. He was a professional football player for Kilmarnock Football Club, following which he became an English teacher and then deputy head at Auchinleck Academy. He served as a governor of the Craigie College of Education, now part of the University of the West of Scotland. From teaching, Ian embarked on a career in politics as a councillor for the Prestwick ward of Kyle and Carrick district and became council leader for Kyle and Carrick Council in 1990. He left teaching in 1997 and, after briefly working as Director of Human Resources and Public Affairs for Prestwick Airport, was appointed Chief Executive of Kilmarnock Football Club. Ian Welsh is well known to the University of the West of Scotland, having been a court member of our court, the university's governing body, from 2007 to 2016, and taking on its chairmanship between August 2013 and January 2016. Ian has been a good friend to UWS, leading the governing body through changes imposed upon us by government, whilst ably supporting the integration of a new Principal and Vice-Chancellor with the vision they bring, in particular development and approval of a new corporate strategy in 2014, and supporting our proposition for a new campus in Lanarkshire. His personal charisma and individual style as a strong yet collegial, committed and professional individual were huge assets in enabling Ian to guide the university during his time as chair and in aiding the young and impressionable principal he helped appoint at that time. That's me. Throughout his eclectic and amazing career, Ian has developed extensive experience in public, private and voluntary sectors in executive, non-executive and consultancy roles, and is committed to the development of community-based assets and resources. Ian is currently Chief Executive of the Health and Social Care Scotland Alliance, whose vision is for a Scotland where people who are disabled or living with long-term conditions and unpaid carers have a strong voice and enjoy their right to live well. Alliance has a membership of over 1,500 organisations or individuals and works to help shape the legislation and policy that underpins health and social care integration. Ian is also chair of the AYR Gaiety Partnership, a theatre project he led to help re-innovate the dilapidated and closed Gaiety Theatre in Ayr Town Centre. The successfully relaunched theatre now enjoys huge success as a commercial operation and has forged strong and close links with the university's BA Technical Theatre degree that's delivered in conjunction with the theatre. He's also a board member of the Borderline Theatre Company. There is so much more to Ian Welsh's amazing life. In the first election to the Scottish Parliament in May 1999, Ian won the seat of Ayr. However, he resigned the seat in December that year and returned to his post at Kilmarnock Football Club, where he led the club through a period of business and footballing success, building a number of innovative community programs. He's currently chair of Ayr United Football Academy. Married to Elizabeth, they have two sons, Sean and Stuart, and a hectic, busy family life. During the early life of their sons, Liz was the primary carer for the boys and took much of the strain of complex family life for Ian to manage his many commitments. Ian has consistently acknowledged the support given to him by Liz, who continues to be a great strength to him. As a consequence of their early life, Ian became very interested in issues affecting those with long-term conditions. In 2001, he became Chief Executive of Rehab Scotland and was Chief Executive of Momentum Scotland, a charity providing rehabilitation and training for disabled people from 2001 to 2007. He's also chair of the Microtech Group, is a board member of Ayrshire and Arran Health Board, chair of their Staff Governance Committee, chair of East Ayrshire Health and Social Care Joint Integration Board, and a member of the Joint Improvement Partnership Board. A man with passion for the poetry of Rabbie Burns and someone with a wicked sense of humour, it was only right and proper that Ian saw a role in writing on issues that matter, He's a regular contributor to newspapers and lobbies government on social issues through his involvement in a range of Scottish Government programme boards and is extremely active on social media. He's sat on the Digital Participation Ministerial Advisory Group and the Ministerial Steering Group for the 2020 route map, the new NHS Scotland Health and Social Care Plan, and in the wake of the Penrose inquiry, chaired the Scotland Government's Contaminated Blood Financial Review Group. This is a man on a mission with a strong social conscience and a willingness to leave a positive legacy to those around him, and more. It was logical that Ian should join the board of the University of West of Scotland. His experience and background meant he had a huge amount to offer. He has continued to look out for the university wherever possible, with joint initiatives such as the Creating a Healthier Scotland What Matters to You event supported by UWS, the University Students Association and the Health and Social Care Alliance Scotland. The event was held as part of the Scottish Government's national conversation on the long-term future of health and social care services and improving the health of the population in Scotland, and saw Jamie Hepburn, MSP and Minister for Sport, Health and Improvement and Mental Health at the time, lead the debate. Without Ian's support to UWS, it's likely this event would have been hosted by another Scottish university. So it's clear that Ian is truly committed to health rehabilitation, championing the rights of disadvantaged and supporting sport, the arts and education. Certainly Ian has been an extensive and extremely supporter of UWS and its values. There is a fine line between governance and management, and having a chair who understands the balance and allows the principal and vice-chancellor to lead and manage the institution is essential. He championed the university whenever he could and worked hard when he was chair to ensure that our governance was effective and lobbied the government when necessary for our best interests. But he gives that passion to all he does. Talking about the Health and Social Care Academy's inaugural lecture in 2015, Ian said, "There is nothing I've been involved in I've not felt passionately about. Whether it's a large entity like the UWS or AYR United Football Academy, it is the camaraderie, the sense of collective endeavour I like to be involved in." A testament to his significant achievements, Ian was awarded an OBE in June 2015 for his public service in Ayrshire. And when talking about that award, he said, "It's a great honour to receive the OBE. I've always believed in the ideal of public service, and I've been privileged to work in a variety of organisations within Ayrshire over many years. During that time, it's been an honour to engage with people from all walks of life committed to the development of community-based assets and resources." As ever, Ian is very modest about his achievements, and I hope that he realises the people and the organisations he's helped through his work are the privileged one. Ian is a true figure for public good and an exceptional role model for you, and shows that you can dream, believe and achieve considerable things in your lifetime, regardless of the many careers you pursue. Focus on the things you enjoy, and that will drive your commitment and lead to success, just as Ian has done in his many endeavours throughout his life. We've been privileged to have him work with us, as many other organisations have as well. Long may your good work continue. Accordingly, Chancellor, I now present to you, for the award of honorary degree of the Doctor of the University, Ian Welsh, OBE.
Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Education, I present to you for the degree of Master of Education, Enhanced Educational Practice, with distinction, Stuart MacLeod Blythe. And for the degree of Master of Education, Enhanced Educational Practice, Andrew William Burnett. Diane Rodman. And for the degree of Master of Education, Inclusive Education, Amanda Jane Edwards. Morven Ann McLean. And for the degree of Master of Education, Leadership for Learning, Hazel Kyle. Fong Liu. And for the postgraduate certificate in primary physical education, Fiona Janet Bruce. Danielle Jade Duffy. Caroline Hurley. Ian Scott Lindsay. And for the Professional Graduate Diploma in Education Primary, Hayley McGregor. Kerry Lynn Nixon. Emma Elizabeth Thompson. And for the Professional Graduate Diploma in Education Secondary, Laura Margaret Cation. Christopher Laurie. Connor Kenneth McQuaid. And for the Graduate Diploma in Childhood Practice, Pamela Sanders Stewart. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Childhood Studies with Honours, Naomi Bowie. Rebecca Evelyn Mackay. And for the degree of Bachelor of Education Primary with Honours, Jennifer Balmer. Alison Mary Frew. Megan McIntyre. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Childhood Practice with distinction, the following students: Lindsay Richmond Coverdale. Jennifer Janet McBurney. Amanda Mary Sim. Christine Toner. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Childhood Practice, Deborah Allison. Lynette Jessie Wilson Cook. Nairi Pauline Cooper. Elaine Dykes. Veronica Ann Fitzpatrick. Avril Aiken Holmes. Lauren Lindsay. June Chisholm Main. Sandra Ann McCafferty. Nicola McMurdo. Tammy Lisa McWilliams. Arlene Mercer. Diane Miller. Rebecca Margaret Moreland. Lindsay Quinn. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Childhood Studies, Shannon Jenna Barber. Hannah Louise Cochran. Samantha Sophie Annalise Fearon. Adele Flaherty. Katie McCautry. Hayley McAvoy. Hayley Mitchell. Natalie Reeder. Kirsten Taylor. Gemma Louise Torley. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Educational Studies, Connor Boyd. Danielle Howden. Ashley Catherine McCardle. It now gives me great pleasure to present to you our School of Education Court Medal winners. These are awarded to the most distinguished student across all campuses on each level of each academic programme. For Bachelor of Arts, Childhood Practice Level 9, Lynn Elizabeth Maloney. And for Bachelor of Arts Education Level 8, Simon Robert Taylor. And finally, for Bachelor of Arts Education Level 9, Yasmin De Prato.
Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Media, Culture and Society, I present to you, for the degree of Master of Arts, Broadcast Journalism, Kerry Ann Doherty. Isla Zoe Anderson Todd. And for the degree of Master of Arts, Creative Media Practice, Megan Hailstones. Hannah Plomp. Rebecca Isabella Thompson Skinner. And for the degree of Master of Arts, Songwriting and Performance with distinction, the following students: Carol Stephanie Fieldhouse. Holly Diane Johnson. And for the degree of Master of Arts, Songwriting and Performance, Liam Allison. Aaron Findlay Kerr. And for the Postgraduate Diploma in Creative Media Practice, Paul Lang. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Commercial Music with Honours, Kenneth Peter Brown. Richard Michael Freed. Rehani Pusti. Cameron David Robertson. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Digital Art with Honours, Yakek Killian. Blair McClintock. Emma Jane Mary-Lees. Jamie Philip Smith. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Filmmaking and Screenwriting with honours, Belinda Murray Craig. Alexander John Taylor McCall. James Garton Rear. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Broadcast Production, with distinction, John Sinclair Caldwell. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Broadcast Production, Claire Brown. Victoria Rose. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Commercial Music with distinction, Claire Nicole Brown. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Commercial Music, Marley Anderson. Jamie Campbell. Teodoro Di Bari. Leonardo Durante. Fabrizio Fiorilli. Beniamino Gio. Alessio Ghieri. Yehong Im. Alessandro Malegne. Kerry McGinley. Claudio Paluzzi. Riccardo Perugini. Connor Campbell Pollock. Antonia Alexandra Raphael. Chem Yusel James Sogutsko. Gabriele Trogu. Simone Tronzo. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Contemporary Screen Acting, Freya Helena Ann Garden. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Digital Art, Neil Thompson Cunningham. David William Dickey. Samantha Mullen. Darren Williams. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Filmmaking and Screenwriting, Katrina Edmond. Christina Leigh Hopes. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts Journalism and winner of the Court Medal, Lindsay Johnston. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts Journalism, Lauren Elizabeth Campbell. Martin Robert McCrum. Grant Perston. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts Musical Theatre, Katie Bernadette Elizabeth Beattie. Catherine McDicken. Hayley Lorraine Ovens. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts Performance with Distinction, Rebecca Mary Wilkie. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts Sports Journalism, Daniel Kimmett. It now gives me great pleasure to present to you our School of Media Culture Society Court Medal winners. These are awarded to the most distinguished students across all campuses on each level of each academic programme. For the Postgraduate Diploma in Creative Media Practice, Gabriella Baronello. And for the Bachelor of Arts, Broadcast Production, Level 7, Charlotte Tuesday Rochford. And for the Bachelor of Arts, Broadcast Production, Level 8, Fraser McLean. And for the Bachelor of Arts, Broadcast Production, Level 9, Christopher Ross Barnerman. And for the Bachelor of Arts, Commercial Music, Level 8, Lena Heta Turtonen. And for the Bachelor of Arts, Contemporary Screen Acting, Level 9, Sophie Morgan Margaret Mead. And for the Bachelor of Arts, Filmmaking and Screenwriting, Level 7, Thomas Ruzicka. And for the Bachelor of Arts, Filmmaking and Screenwriting, Level 9, Lewis William Patterson. And for the Bachelor of Arts, Journalism Level 7, Ross Gilchrist. And for the Bachelor of Arts, Performance Level 9, Donata Vesato. And for the Bachelor of Arts, Sports Journalism Level 8, Ross Clark. And for the Bachelor of Arts, Sports Journalism Level 9, Sibaris Ali. And finally, for both the Court Medal for Bachelor of Arts Commercial Music, Level 7, and the Eden Ravenscross Prize awarded for Outstanding Degree Work at Level 7, Eleanor May Hill.
If you don't mind, I'll just take a drink before I start. I should say to the wee man at the front, you've been fantastic today. Clap to everybody. Well done. To the lady whose phone went off, know how you feel? Was speaking to 700 health professionals in the middle of my speech, my phone went off, so my sympathies go to you. Craig was talking about my earlier career, much of which he glossed over, and he referred to the AYR partnership. Part of the reason we're an astonishing commercial success is because every year I play the back end of the pantomime horse. For those of you who assumed I had never played football, you can read the record books. So any command spotters in the house? In that case, I played for them for 10 years. I guess I should also have said one of the other things that Craig alluded to and often alludes to is his colonial background. Many of you will know he comes from Tasmania, and when he first came to UWS, nobody could understand him. So we try to teach him some Scottish words every so often, and I taught him another two at lunchtime today. So what I'd like to do is for the principal and the deputy principal to stand up just for a minute. Now, at lunchtime, when I referred to the principal and the deputy principal as Glake it and hack it, you can sit down now. Fortunately, Mockett wasn't here. Chancellor, graduates, distinguished guests, Chair of Court, ladies and gentlemen, I guess it's an honour, it is an honour and a privilege to have been conferred as an honorary doctor of the university today, especially in AYR and especially when young teachers are graduating, because although, as Craig said, I went on to do other things, I'm a teacher to trade, a learner to trade, and I was a practising teacher when I served as governor of Craigie College in the 1980s, now the School of Education at AYR campus, when its survival was most under threat. So it was especially pleasing for me to see the new AYR campus rising from the ground, and that was part of my journey. And I guess Paul Martin normally departs from the script at this point in the proceedings, and I am momentarily, because my son, who's up in the gods there, said to me earlier today, it's been a bad year for the baby boomers, and I, in common with many of you here, would be a baby boomer. But I guess, and Craig said I was from Prestwick. I'm actually from a part of Prestwick called Marchburn, which is a post-war housing scheme. And today, a friend of mine has been buried in Kilmarnock. Part of my generation, Councillor Jim Buchanan. And so everything I say today is, in a sense, an homage to him and all those others as well. And I guess often ascribed to Gandhi is the phrase, live each day as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever. So at no time has that ever been more apposite to me. And I should say, in relation to the learning bit of it, and we're in this august institution today, and I would urge you all to be learning forever. But the older I get, the more I learn, the less I absolutely know. And you need to understand that's the great conundrum about, and the great joy about learning. In any event, I've digressed, and I want to go back to the journey, if you like. And as you all sit here, I'm sure you'll all be thinking of a journey travelled. And although this is undeniably a day for celebration, I guess it also needs to be a time for reflection on that journey, a time for looking back, as well as a time for looking and moving forward. And although you and your family are at the centre of that journey, and I'm proud that my wife, my two boys, and a stray niece who appears everywhere we go, looking for a free meal, are here supporting me as always. Although you are all at the centre of that journey, there will always have been, up till now, a good teacher showing you the route map. And when I left school and then university, I knew that all the young people around me, including Jim Buchanan I've mentioned before, all those young people who stood around me during that time had their fingerprints all over me. And that will be true for you. But I also knew that some teachers would also be with me forever. And I believe that your years in education are the great drivers for your whole life, if you're a young person, and are new drivers for your life, if you're a more mature student coming back to graduate. It just takes one teacher who understands and empathises, who gets your unorthodox take on life, who understands your domestic circumstances, who believes in you no matter what, to make those years and that time the most formative experience in your life. And it won't surprise you to know, as Craig says, I've got a long association with this institution. It wouldn't surprise you to know either that I believe UWS to have a fantastic strategic leadership, to have the best quality of teaching staff, to have the most skilled teaching, to have strong leadership at all levels in the schools, to have teaching that is built on current research and reflective practice, to have strong networks of collaboration and support in this university, to have very effective assessment and evaluation, and to have procedures for early intervention to address barriers to learning, and also increasingly very, very strong engagement with the communities it serves in all 5 of its current campuses and all its relationships with universities and institutions abroad. And it has been said that education is what survives after what has been learned has been forgotten. And although you may forget the lesson, and some of the lessons over the last few years, I don't think you'll forget the teacher. Now, you'll have your own favourite memories of the journey you've been on, and your parents and families will as well, and events that have marked your progress. And that could be measles, it could be playground fights, it could be first kisses, it could be illicit fags around the back of the bike shed, it could be letters from the head teacher, diverted from your dad, Sean. I'm leader of the council, remember, at this point. I'm leader of South Ayrshire Council. And my son's in very strong position in secondary school, but very occasionally he couldn't make it to school in time. I discovered that about 5 years after he left school. Anyway, you'll all have your own as well. And those will be punctuated also by births, marriages and deaths. But even your time here in this institution has seen unique events. 2 major referenda, one in Scotland and the recent Brexit referendum. A human disaster in Syria that has led to a mammoth refugee situation in the Middle East now lapping at our doors. And it's marked at its end today with one of the most momentous decisions that will ever be taken by the American electorate. Now, I'm not going to pass judgment on which of the 2 candidates should win, but I can say that to bring a graduate to this point in their educational journey, it definitely takes a village. So you can work out who I'm supporting tonight. So, your teachers, your friends, your family, the world changing on its axis as you have been working for this day. However, although it is important to be rooted in your past, you can't be locked in your past. So here are a couple of pointers on the next stage of the journey from my experience. Try to understand the world you live in, and try most of all to be an actor in it. Don't be a passive bystander. We older people need you to be the shock troops for the future. And as you reflect on your own education and you begin to think more about what you'll do in the future, I would always urge you to look beyond where you currently are. Not everybody can be an aid worker. Not everybody can serve in a voluntary capacity overseas. But keep yourself open to the service of others. Take what you've learned here and invest it. Pay it forward. Picasso said the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. Finally, to be recognised for achievement in anything you do is an essential contributor to a positive, productive and healthy approach to life. But understanding the nature of achievement itself is also a prerequisite for a necessary humility. And in all your families you will have experienced what I mean. For me, watching my disabled son, Stuart, up there, finally got off some shaky legs at 3.5 to stumble unaided across a room was like watching Neil Armstrong walking the moon. And for many of you here, working with your own elderly relatives as they come to terms with illness, grief or dementia, will also have given you a new take on achievement. So be joyful about your graduation, but be humble also. Think about your journey and live in every moment. And you'll come to understand, as I did and many of our parents and grandparents do, that as Sophocles, the Greek philosopher, says, one must wait until the evening to see how splendid the day has been. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Maybe I, the first to congratulate the Doctor on this very, very well-deserved honorary degree after years and years of serving our communities and indeed Ayrshire and the world, for that matter. And I hope you'll haste you back. You've done a lot of clapping this afternoon, and many, many congratulations to our graduates. But I think our graduates will be the very first people to acknowledge that while you worked very, very hard to get these well-earned degrees and diplomas, that you didn't do it entirely on your own, and that you will, as was suggested earlier, never forget the people here at this university, those who have lectured you, those phrases which inspire you and will be something which you'll remember maybe 10, 20 or 30 years back from now, that you got from the lecturers who have dedicated themselves to you and to your success. Their lives are about your success and seeing you progress through the world and taking their learning, their expertise out. So I wonder whether or not you could express your appreciation for your lecturers, professors and fellows of this great university. And indeed it doesn't stop there. It's not just the tutors and the professors of this university who have got you where you are today along with you, but it's all those people who washed the dishes when you had your essay to do, who gave you the loan when you're short of cash, when you're looking for books, who are there when you were not well, and who will be there in years to come when the jobs, the wonderful careers you have will go up and will go down, and they will be there to stand by you and to support you, and to make sure that you give them an expression of your appreciation for that ongoing love and support that they are giving you and will continue to give you. I'd like you all to get to your feet, to try and find them, and if you can't find them and set your eye on them, make sure they can hear you if they're upstairs, and express your appreciation of your family, your friends and your loved ones. Honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, I declare this assembly closed, but in closing can I warmly invite everyone here to join us for a reception at the atrium at the campus. Thank you very much indeed.